My beloved child, you were not supposed to find this today. You were supposed to miss it just like all the other moments you nearly scrolled past. But something grabbed you. Not your hand. Not your mind. Your spirit. Something deeper inside you paused, and that was me. I orchestrated this second, this grin, this sentence, because I have something to say, and it cannot wait. You've been walking through a season where silence felt louder than answers. You've whispered prayers you barely believed it, wondering if they bounced off ceilings or if they ever mattered at all. But listen to me now. I caught every word. I counted every tear. And I've held your heart in my hands even on the nights you questioned whether you had one left. You didn't come here by accident. You're here because your name was spoken in heaven before this day began. Angels have been dispatched. The atmosphere is shifting. And I need you to stay with me, because what you're about to hear is going to break something wide open in you. Don't skip. You felt forgotten. But I have been watching you with the eyes of eternity. I saw the moments when you said I'm fine, but inside, you were unraveling. I saw you hold back emotions in rooms full of people, only to collapse in solitude with no words left. And still, you woke up again. Still, you kept going. Still, you believed, even when you were barely hanging on. I call that faith, and I have not overlooked it. What the world calls weakness, I call strength. The kind of strength that moves mountains, not with volume, but with surrender. This message isn't about what you've done wrong. It's about what I'm doing right now. Even as you listen, my spirit is touching places in you that no one else knows exist. I am speaking life into parts of your soul that have been numb for years. I am reviving dreams you buried, memories you suppressed, and wounds you thought would never heal. Because this is the hour I promised. This is the moment I whispered would come when you were at your lowest. You didn't believe it then. But here it is, right in front of you. Stay till the end. There's something huge I'm about to reveal. Because, child, what you thought was the end is only the beginning. And the thing you've been praying for, it's closer than you know. Everything is about to shift. My beloved child, there's something I need to tell you, and it may come as a surprise. The battle you've been in, it wasn't just about what was happening around you. It was about what I was preparing inside of you. You assumed the pressure was punishment, but I was shaping something sacred. While you begged me for a breakthrough, I was anchoring your spirit to withstand the weight of what I'm about to release. You didn't see it then, but you were being fortified, not forgotten. And now, I need your full attention. What's coming next is different. You're about to walk into rooms where your name was never spoken, yet I've already written your story on the walls. You will see doors open, not because of who you know, but because of who I am. The shift is no longer future tense. It's present. Now, you're not waiting for the moment. You're in it. Don't skip. Let this truth sink deeper. There are things I placed in you long ago, gifts buried beneath disappointment, talents hidden under layers of self-doubt. I'm unearthing them now, not for applause, not for attention, but because the world needs what I've placed inside you. And you've been wondering why the delay. It wasn't delay. It was divine protection. I couldn't let you arrive early. Not because you weren't enough, but because the timing had to be perfect. I've been setting the table for something that's going to feed more than just you. You're stepping into a ripple effect. Someone you don't even know is waiting on the version of you that's coming out of this fire. Stay till the end. Something huge is unfolding even as these words reach your heart. You felt hidden, but I was covering you. You felt unseen, but I was guarding your unveiling. Now the covering lifts. Now the revealing begins. Not through performance, but through presence. Mine and yours. Together. Child, this is not hype. This is not emotion. This is the fulfillment of something eternal. And though you can't quite explain the stirring inside, you can feel it, can't you? That quiet knowing, that holy tension, that breathlessness just before the miracle. It's not just a feeling. It's the sound of heaven leaning closer. My beloved child, let me take you back for a moment, not to reopen wounds, but to show you what I saw when you thought no one was watching. That moment when you stood at the edge of quitting, yet chose to breathe one more time. That second when you smiled for others while your soul begged for rescue. I recorded it all, not for judgment, but for testimony. Every scene of your struggle was a thread I wove into something sacred. What seemed like chaos and choreography. You didn't fall apart. You fell into alignment. That job that didn't work out. The relationship that closed without explanation. The plans that chattered just when you thought you had clarity. None of it slipped past me. I pulled the curtain on what you thought you needed to protect what you didn't know was coming. And now the reveal is near. Here's a reason you're still breathing, still standing, still here in this exact moment. This isn't a coincidence. It's a setup. I know you've questioned if you missed something. I'm here to tell you, you didn't. What I've prepared hasn't passed you by. It's only now arriving in full. Don't let your past filter my promise. Stay till the end. There's something bigger than your understanding being aligned in your favor. You're not walking into a second chance. You're walking into divine restoration. There is a weight coming off you even as you listen. Not a symbolic one, a real one. Heaven has issued clearance over your life. I've removed what once restricted you. You are not the person you were in the last season. There's new language forming in your spirit. One not built on survival, but authority. You won't have to strive to be seen. You'll simply carry my presence, and that alone will unlock what effort could never touch. Don't scroll past this. You'll miss the very moment I've been orchestrating since before your first breath. You are moments away from walking into territory you did have to fight for, because I've already claimed it in your name. My beloved child, there is something sacred happening right now, and you may not even realize it, but heaven does. You've entered a divine intersection, a thin place where your timeline brushes against eternity. Every delay, every detour, every unanswered prayer, it all led here. The stillness you feel isn't empty. It's preparation. You're standing on ground that has been reserved, not just for your breakthrough, but for your transformation. Listen closely. I've been speaking, not with thunder, but through alignment. The people leaving, the sudden closures, the opportunity that fell apart without warning, those weren't losses. They were divine edits. What's ahead requires a version of you that knows who sent them. I've been separating the noise from the voice. Not to isolate you, but to tune you in. Because what you're about to walk into will require more clarity than comfort. And no, it hasn't been fear, but it has been forming you. This moment, this message, this space, it's not random. You didn't stumble into it. You were led. Every step has been intentional, even the ones you thought were wasted. Don't underestimate what's happening inside you. Even if nothing looks different yet, everything has already begun shifting. Stay till the end, because what I'm about to reveal will bring confirmation to questions you've never dared to ask aloud. You've asked me why now, and here's my answer. because the weight of what I placed in you is now ready to be seen. Not for applause, not for approval, but because the world needs what's inside you. There's someone on the other side of your obedience. What I'm birthing in you isn't just for your healing, it's for their awakening. Don't dismiss this moment. Don't scroll away and call it timing. This is not motivation. This is movement. This is the pivot your story has been waiting for. My beloved child, you're sensing something is shifting, and you're right. There's been a quiet tension building in your spirit, like the pause before the wind changes. That unease isn't fear. It's divine anticipation. You've reached the moment where your obedience is unlocking access to what generations before you prayed for. This isn't about promotion. This is about purpose. What's happening now is irreversible. I've initiated something in your life that can't be undone by doubt, delay, or even your past. You've waited for evidence, but I've been producing fruit underground, far beyond your view, but never beyond my plan. Don't miss this. What I placed in you carries eternal weight. And now, the timing aligns. What you thought was still years away is closer than a breath. You're walking into fulfillment that was scheduled long before your struggle ever began. That dream you almost buried, I never let it die. The soil of your pain became the garden where your promise began to bloom. You won't need to chase what's coming. It's already on its way to you. But you must stay sensitive. This next move won't come with fireworks or fanfare. It will come with clarity, and you will recognize it. Not because it's loud, but because it will feel like coming home. Stay till the end. You're being handed more than you've asked for. Because I don't just answer prayers. I exceed them when the heart is aligned with heaven. This is not a breakthrough moment. It's a divine merger. Heaven touching earth through your story. You will no longer need validation from those who never saw you. What I'm releasing will speak for itself. And when it does, you'll look back and realize none of it was wasted. Not one delay. Not one disappointment. It was all leading you here. The message you just heard, this message can't wait. It's meant for you. Was never meant to stop with you. It's a living flame, and now the fire must spread. You've cried out, God, use me, and this is how I answer, by inviting you to help send this word to every soul still sitting in silence, waiting for their moment. As you give through Super Thanks membership, with a PayPal link in the video description, you are not donating. You are sowing seed into divine ground. Your gift becomes oil on the fire, a river that flows into homes, hearts, and nations. Give, and it shall be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Luke 6:38. Not someday, but now. As you release, heaven responds. So move boldly. Give now. Let your generosity become the spark that carries this message to the very ends of the earth. My beloved child, let me show you something hidden behind the pain, a truth that was waiting for you to be still enough to hear it. Every storm you endured didn't just test you. It uncovered what could never be shaken. What was left standing after the winds passed, that's what I'm building on. There's a new structure rising in your life. Not made of fear, not built on what you lost, but formed from trust you forged when you had every reason to give up. You didn't see it then, but your survival was prophetic. Now the foundation is secure, and I am building something that will last. You've been asking for signs. I've been sending alignment. You wanted immediate change. I've been preparing sustained transformation. This is the season of deeper things, and I'm taking you beneath the surface. Shallow waters won't satisfy you anymore. You've outgrown what once comforted you, because your spirit knows there's more. And there is. So much more. Don't skip this moment. There is revelation moving even now through your understanding. You may feel stretched, but that's what happens when the capacity for promise expands. I'm enlarging the borders of your influence. You're about to touch places, people, and purposes you didn't think you were qualified for. But I'm not sending you based on your resume. I'm sending you based on what I placed in your spirit when I formed you. It's time to let go of the narratives that told you to stay small. It's time to release the fear that made you settle for less. Something huge is waiting just beyond what feels uncomfortable. The resistance you feel is not a warning. It's an indicator that you're walking into territory the enemy tried to keep from you. And yet here you are, still moving, still listening, still available. This moment isn't about arrival. It's about release. You're not stepping into a blessing. You're becoming the vessel through which the blessing will flow. My beloved child, I need you to understand the timing of what's unfolding. There's been a quiet acceleration, not the kind that rushes, but the kind that redeems. What felt stuck is suddenly being restructured. You thought things were standing still, but I've been reordering everything beneath the surface. The doors that didn't open weren't refusals. They were reroutes, protection dressed as disappointment. You didn't fail. You were being rerouted towards something that would recognize your value without you having to prove it. Listen closely. There are divine appointments about to collide with your path. Not chance encounters, not random moments. These are setups marked by my hand. Stay till the end. What's approaching is not ordinary. You walk into spaces where the atmosphere has already been prepared. Conversations will feel weightier. Connections will hold purpose. Decisions that once drained you will become clear without confusion. This is what favor looks like when it arrives quietly but shifts everything. I'm not elevating you for recognition. I'm positioning you for legacy. The things you've endured weren't to make you impressive. They were to make you ready. Ready to handle what others mishandled. Ready to carry what others drop. That's why you felt the fire. That's why you endured the pruning. Not to break you. To prove you could be trusted. You're not walking into this next season empty-handed. You're carrying evidence. Evidence of my presence. Evidence of promises kept. Evidence that what you built in the dark is about to shine in the light. Don't let weariness cloud your perspective now. You're closer than you've ever been, not just to a breakthrough, but to the fulfillment of why I made you in the first place. This is where the wait turns into wonder. My beloved child, there is something I've kept hidden for the right moment, and that moment has arrived. I've watched you wait, pray, and persist with a heart full of questions you never said out loud. And now, without warning, the answers are about to surface, not through explanation, but through experience. You've wondered if you miss your moment. Let me assure you, the moment didn't pass. It paused until your heart was ready to carry the weight of what I'm about to entrust you with. This isn't just an opportunity. It's a fulfillment. You are not being invited into something temporary. You're being rooted into something eternal. Don't scroll away. You're being handed keys to something sacred. This is a moment of unveiling, where I'm not just showing you what's ahead, I'm revealing who you've become. You've outgrown the labels that others placed on you. You no longer fit the version of yourself you tried to keep small to stay safe. There's an identity shift taking place, and with it comes clarity. The fog you've been walking through, it's lifting, not slowly but all at once. Where there was confusion, you'll find insight. Where there was resistance, you'll find readiness. You are not behind. You are in sync with my perfect rhythm. Everything that seemed delayed was actually preparation disguised as silence. The struggle refined your discernment. The waiting clarified your vision. The losses made room for a harvest you didn't expect. Don't miss what I'm saying. Your life is about to carry influence not through volume, but through presence. And that presence will not be yours alone. It will be mine, resting on you in ways others can't explain but will feel instantly. Something huge is approaching, and the only requirement is your surrender. You've tried doing it your way. Now watch what happens when you follow my leading with no backup plan. This isn't just another moment. It's the one everything else was building toward. My beloved child, you've reached a threshold that isn't visible to others, but it's undeniable in the spirit. You can feel the shift, though you can't quite name it. That's because what's changing around you is nothing compared to what's awakening within you. This isn't about stepping into a new chapter. It's about becoming the author of it. You've been entrusted with insight birthed through pain, courage refined by endurance, and wisdom no textbook could teach. That kind of depth doesn't go unnoticed, not in heaven, not in earth, and certainly not by me. What I've placed in your hands now is not the result of chance. It's the result of every quiet yes you gave me when no one else saw. There's a mission being activated, one that will not be loud but will shake foundations. Your words will carry weight, not because they are perfect but because they are pure. The purity of your journey is the platform I'm using. Don't dismiss this. The shift in your atmosphere is real. You'll notice people start to lean in, not because you're demanding attention, but because my glory resting on you is drawing hearts. That's what this moment is about. Not building fame, building impact. Stay till the end. What's being revealed next will mark a turning point in more lives than just your own. I've been weaving connections that you haven't seen yet. Destiny-defining intersections are approaching, and you will recognize them by the peace that follows, not the pressure. You won't need to force anything. The doors I've opened for you don't require manipulation. They require discernment. Let me guide your steps with precision. Let me align your words with timing. Let me handle the weight of outcome so you can carry the assignment without collapse. This is not the beginning of something random. It's the emergence of something sacred, and you're the one I've chosen to carry it forward. My beloved child, you've come this far not by accident, not by momentum, but by my hand. Every word you've received hath been layered upon another, building something deeper than encouragement. It's in building revelation. Now we stand at the final edge of this divine unveiling. Let it end. A release. The story I've written over your life is not closing, it's launching. This is the moment I've waited for, when you would not just hear me but believe me. When your soul would not just listen but respond. You've crossed the line from surviving to stewarding. From asking if you're ready, to realizing you already are. The authority I placed in you is no longer dormant. It's active. From this moment, I'm sending you, not to strive but to stand. There is no striving in identity. There is only alignment. And you, child, are aligned. You'll begin to see it quickly. The clarity, the favor, the divine acceleration, not because of force, but because of alignment with my heart. You don't need to chase anything. What belongs to you will recognize the sound of my voice through yours. And when you speak, things will shift. What was once hard to access will open without resistance. Where others see limitation, you'll walk in grace. The evidence of this journey will not be what you say about it, but what they see through you. Stay humble. Stay surrendered. Stay close. And above all, stay aware, because what begins now will not just impact you, it will awaken others who have been watching you walk with quiet faith. This message, this journey, this unfolding, it wasn't just for you. It was through you, for something far greater than you imagined. You are not stepping out the same way you came in. You're walking in the authority of the one who called you before the foundations of the earth. Now go, carry this truth in your spirit. You're not waiting on a move of God. You are one. Amen. You've just heard the final word, but this message can't wait. It's meant for you isn't the end, it's your divine invitation to act. You've been asking, Lord, what's my part? This is it. Right now, you can extend this message beyond your screen, turning your faith into action and your gratitude into impact. When you give, through super thanks, memberships, or by sewing into the PayPal link below, you are not just giving finances, you are releasing fire into the nations. You are joining a harvest that heaven has marked, and the seed you sow today will return with miracles tomorrow. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Proverbs 11:25. Don't hesitate. So now, give boldly, because what you do in this moment will echo in eternity. My beloved child, if this message touched the hidden places of your heart, then lift it higher. When you hype this video, you are not promoting content. You are raising a signal fire for souls who desperately need to hear. This message can't wait. It's meant for you. Your hype becomes a trumpet in the spirit, drawing those who are wandering, guiding those who are hurting, awakening those who feel forgotten. And when you like this message, you help my voice reach further than your eyes can see. Elevate what I am doing here. Amplify my word. Let the nations know this moment was not meant for one heart alone. Before you leave, declare what this message awakened in you. Speak it boldly, for heaven listens when your heart aligns with my voice. Write a confession that reflects the theme I placed before you. This message was meant for me. Let your words become a testimony, a marker, a prophetic echo that ignites faith in others who will read them long after your voice leaves the room. What you declare now will carry power, so let your comment become a doorway for miracles. My child, if you desire more moments where my voice reaches you in the very hour you need it, then subscribe to this place I have chosen as a meeting ground between my heart and yours. Every time a new message appears, it is another window